Today we are going to do this light paper portrait paper cutting and we'll talk about the various aspects of it. So I'll be utilizing this Olfa paper cutting knife to do the paper cutting and you can clarify your doubts during the video. So let's get started. If you have any questions, feel free to put in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. So first step is always, prepping. So I need to prep this portrait a little bit before I start cutting it. So here is white gel pen, which I normally use to do my prepping. So basically I want my areas to be interconnected. So I'll be removing the black and keeping the white more or less. Hi Lucky, how are you doing? So just to slightly prep it so that I do not miss out on any of the. So what I'm basically doing is interconnecting my white areas on the face and black areas at the rest of the body. So I'm not really a big fan of doing the prep work. Hi Aravindan, how are you doing? Like I said, I'm not a very big fan of prep work at the get-go, so I'll just start working. So the toughest part is this beard, obviously, because that is the most complex part. And here I have to remove the black. So I have to be very careful when I'm removing the black that I do not accidentally remove the surrounding white. So I'll just go with the flow. I'll start from one side and I'll try to finish the other side. So let's get started. So I'll zoom in slightly. I'll start with this side. या आई नो हिंदी हिंदी में भी बात कर सकते हैं बट प्रॉब्लम ये है कि a lot of my audience is foreign also, so I have to talk in a common language. That's the only reason why I don't make videos in Hindi. So what do you do, Lucky? Are you studying, working? Do you do paper arts? Studying. What standard? In college or still in school? That's nice. I'm very bad at drawing, unfortunately. Good, good. Never let go of your passion. College. What degree are you pursuing? Hi, I'm Karan. BCA. Cool. And now paper art. Paper art is a good way to get creative. So many things you can do with paper art. Even I didn't know how many things you can do with paper art. I was like, I started just with basic paper cutting, and then slowly, it just kept on evolving. I've lost track of how many different forms of paper art are there. I keep encountering new forms of paper art every now and then. Just need to visit Instagram to see. People do amazing things with paper. I'm nowhere near their level. Money paper art, I have seen few people doing it, but I've never tried my hand at it. Good one, Lucky. People do all kind of crazy stuff nowadays. It's not necessary that you have to follow every single thing. With reels and all, the world has gone crazy. मेरा नाम अरुणेश है. You should watch my Q&A videos. I talk. I say my name every time. Cutting beard gets boring after a while. You can visit my channel. There are tons of videos there. I think more than 100 videos I've posted by now. Different forms of paper arts and few other arts also. Just regular print. Open it in Chrome browser and take a print. I'm not understanding your question. Just like any other print. Thanks, Ankuran, for the statistics. I'm actually not keeping a count how much I have. Yeah, it might look like that, but when you take the printout, it comes okay. So don't worry if it is looking like that. In the printout, it is going to come okay. I don't know Telugu. I'm from North India. If you guys have any friends who also like paper arts, just send them this live video link. They can also join. The more the merrier. That's okay. Everybody loves something different. That's fine. So it's a basic thumb rule of any portrait paper cutting. If you have taken the printout on white paper, on the face, you cut the black and you keep the white. And on the dress, depends upon the design of the dress. But the face, the rule is that only. But on the dress, you can cut the white, keep the black, cut the black, keep the white. That's up to you. So in this case, everywhere simply going to cut the uh, black and keep the white. That's the rule that I'm following for this portrait. But that's not standard. It varies depending upon you know on what color paper you have taken the printout. Plus, it's also hugely dependent upon you know what is the pattern on the dress. But normally, Like in general, you will see that mostly you will be cutting black throughout the portrait. So a lot of people are always confused, what to cut and what to keep, but it's actually very pretty straightforward, more or less. The more you do portrait paper cutting, the more practice you get. After a while, it becomes instinctual. Like you just know looking at the photograph, okay, this is what I need to cut, this is what I need to remove. See, in this particular portrait, so I have not done any prep work also. I've directly dived into cutting. Normally, I do a lot of prep work, ensuring that all my colors which I'm keeping are interconnected. Professional paper arts, I don't know, it depends upon how you define professional. You're asking if this is my full time thing, no, then no. I'm not professional that way. But yes, I do take a lot of commissioned orders from friends, you know, customers, etc. So I do take those orders. So in that way, yes, I'm professional, but this is not my career. The paper arts are actually costly, especially when you start diving into different forms of paper arts. In fact, any form of art is not cheap. Every form of art has its own related cost. If you are into painting, those paints don't come cheap. If you are into thread arts and other kinds of stuff, then those also do not come cheap. The right colors of thread, acrylics, resin art, all these stuff are costly. And problem is that you need to have a good source of income to pay for all those things. So no, to cut the long story short, this is not my professional job. It's just a hobby. It's a side income, you can say, for me. If you're doing simple paper cutting, then that's not costly. The only cost will be of a little bit of paper and some for the printouts that you'll be needing. Yeah, you can watch me free of cost. Obviously, that's why I'm preparing tutorials. See, when I started working on the paper arts, it was so difficult for me to find right tutorials. I mean, people will just show what they are doing. They'll not explain. Hi, Jesse Art. How are you doing? People will not explain what they are doing. And a lot of people can't just learn by seeing. They'll not tell what materials are used and all that. So that's why I started my channel basically, just to distribute this knowledge as much as I can. This has been going good so far. The more you teach, the more you learn. I'll surely visit your channel, Jesse. Don't worry. I've just been like really super busy recently. In fact, if a lot of people have complained that my video frequency has reduced, and which is true also. I've not been putting videos with a regular frequency recently. I've just been busy with some commissioned orders. Hi, Jesse. Can you hear me? I'm talking also. I will visit your channel. Don't worry. After this live video, I'll visit your channel. My Instagram ID is at the rate GenieCraft. I'm typing it on the chat. Guys, can you hear me? A lot of people are saying they can't hear me. Am I audible? So I have put my Insta ID and I have pinned the message so it will always be on the top so you can see the pinned message. That's my Insta ID. But I'm not really that active on Instagram. I do post announcements for my new videos there um, every now and then. But other than that, I normally don't post much. Insta has created some new rules for their filters and other stuff, so my videos don't appear in any of their feeds nowadays. Okay, cool. Share your channel link, Jesse, if you can hear me. Drop in your channel link. I will visit your channel. I don't know. I cannot check my Insta right now. Yeah, Jesse, we should do videos every now and then. So, other than I cannot check my Insta. I cannot check my Insta right now because I'm using my phone to do the live. So later on, I'll check. Actually, I should have taken a bigger printout of this photo. This is like really complicated now. I have to strain my eyes to see what the hell am I cutting. So, Jesse Art, which form of art you are into? You can tell me a little bit about yourself. I like to know what other people are also doing. You need my cooperation in what? And that's true, Arvind. You should see how your eye blurs when you are doing half tone. That's like super stressful on the eye. When I'm doing the half tone, I have to take break like every 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Your eye blurs and your neck starts to pain. It's this paper arts are huge stress on your back and neck. So you have to take frequent breaks. Hi, Art Insane. Ritvik, sorry. How are you doing? Welcome to the live video. Pencil lead covering art. Okay, I'll check it out. So you make shapes out of the pencil lead? I tried that once, failed miserably at it. Never tried it again. But now that I have proper tools, I can actually try my hand again. I used to do a little bit of wood carving earlier. Still can. Need proper tools for it. I'll be doing a lot of, uh, new stuff on paper. There are a lot of things in pipeline, especially Lightbox. My latest video on Lightbox, if you guys have seen that, that was for how to make a multi-sided 3D light box. But in that multi-sided 3D light box, there is so much scope. I'm trying to do a lot more stuff. The only problem is these paper arts take so much time to make one paper art. So Ritvik, anything new you have done recently? A lot. Okay, that's cool. Okay, slowly it's starting to come now. At the start, it was looking really weird. I was like almost 100% sure that I had to take another printout, but somehow miraculously I have avoided that. This picture is too complicated. Not really. For a beginner, yes, this is complicated. So the reason why this picture looks so complicated is because I have kept the sharpness level very high. So all these small dots that you see, I'm not going to cut them. All these on the close, I'm only going to cut the folds and the stuff. So a lot of times people try to cut everything that is on the image, which you don't actually need to do. You only need to cut things which really make a difference. Rest you can leave as it is. Yeah, but if you are saying that this is too miniature and too intricate to cut, then yes, that is it. That's when I like making a portrait. That's where the actual fun of portrait making is, getting all those details. If you cut properly, everything comes out without any effort. You play games? Yeah, I have played a lot of games, but I'm not fond of those games like Halo and those games. And that's what I said. I don't like shooting games. Like too disorienting for me. Too much strain on the eye. I like those, old style 2D games like Zelda or Avion or those kind of games, role playing games. Uh, I'm not fond of those shooting games. Nowadays, all the games are shooting games only, more or less. I would rather play Candy Crush than play shooting games. I've never found any sense actually. Hi Harshit, how are you doing? So, like I said, I've never found any sense in playing those shooting games. You know, I don't know what is the purpose of those. If somebody learning anything from it or not. Nowadays, small kids are also playing, but that's a personal choice. People can play anything that they want. I personally don't like those games. I like strategy games, but if it's a shooting and other stuff, then no, I don't like it. So normally, if you will see in all the games, there is some or other kind of violence. You have to kill the monsters or you have to kill something, but some are more real than others. So I don't like the ones where it becomes really real. I really don't like those kind of games. And I broke it. Okay, how to fix it? Fixed. Hi Shweta. This is a gift that I'm preparing for someone. It's you know, one of the people that I know. So this is a gift that I'm gifting them. Since this is a little bit more personal, so I'm putting a little bit more effort into that also. That's why such a complicated stencil. When you make a portrait, if there is any kid in the image, it comes out like really cool if you're able to cut it properly. It just makes the portrait more beautiful if there is a kid in any portrait. So this is the, I think, third portrait that I am doing in which there is a kid. Sorry, fourth. The very first portrait that I did with the help of this stencil creation was that of a a kid with his uncle, like a baby with his uncle, and that is till date my best portrait paper cutting. I've never been able to make a portrait better than that one. But that was before I started creating the videos and other stuff. You're not bothering, don't worry. The only reason I do all these live videos is so that people can ask questions, understand if they have any confusions, clarify their doubts. Eyes I'll be doing at the last, so maybe you can, if you have work, you can join after another 30-40 minutes. Need to roll it down a little bit to flatten it. No, actually, this is a single sheet, so I'll just invert it when I will frame it. Uh, at times, I do that also that, that the printout will be on one sheet and then I'll be putting another sheet under it to do the paper cutting. But this time I have not bothered with it. I'll simply invert it and frame it. So there are different ways of doing it. One is this where you cut out directly on the printout, then you put it on the other sheet. Okay, I'm bored of working on face right now, so I'll do a little bit on this now. Okay, guys, thank you for joining in. So this is going to take a lot more time, than just one live video. So I will see you guys in the next live video. Till then, take care and bye bye.